I remember being asked to come to the corporate office and not really knowing what the meeting was going to be about. But when I got there, I found out that it was about diversity. And instantly, the thought was, you can't tell the truth. Because if you tell the truth about what's going on, there's going to be some repercussions. If you tell what's really happening, and if you share what your experience is, there's always this risk that you're going to get fired, you're going to land on the wrong side of the coin, if you will, and that you may not ever get promoted. But I'll never forget this white man looking at me and saying, I want to know the truth about what's happening in our organization. I want to know your truth. And something inside of me in that moment led me to believe that it was a safe space to actually tell the truth. And so for the next day and a half, I was actually able to share my experience as a Black woman working in a company where you just didn't see, number one, a lot of people who look like me, and you definitely didn't see women who had babies and came back as a working mom. So literally there were two things that were very concerning to me. What did future growth look like for someone who looked like me? Because if you look around and you don't see anyone that looks like you, you wonder if there really is room for you at the top. What happened over the next couple of days was pure genius. It wasn't about Black or white or anything like that. It was really about what my experience was, but more importantly, what the company's commitment was to ensuring that everybody had a voice. And so when I hear that DEI is going away, when I hear that, there may be some challenges with EEOC, affirmative action, and all of these things, what I really think about right now as someone who's worked in corporate, but not necessarily anymore, is that we're really talking about leaders. What's at stake is the person who sits at the top of the food chain has to be committed to leadership. And leadership is about taking care of your people. Leadership is about taking care of your people. Taking care of your people doesn't have anything to do with the color of the skin, what my experience or my background may be like. Once I am a part of your team, it should be that you treat me like family and you care about me. That's been my experience. And so if you are a leader and you are not committed to taking care of your team, I think the question for me becomes, what type of leadership is that? When you're gone from the company or when you're dead and gone in life, what do you want people to know you for? And hopefully you'll be known as someone who was committed to making sure that the people who were around you was treated fairly. At the end of the day, I believe that anyone who is advocating for DEI, diversity, EEOC, any of the things, I believe they are just like me. We're simply fighting or advocating to make sure that we have a voice, or that we'll simply be treated fairly, or that I won't be judged by the color of my skin, or I will miss out on opportunities because of the color of my skin. I just want to show up and do what it is that I am paid to do and not have to worry about not being one of the good old boys. I just want to do my work. And so to have a supervisor that heard that and that understood that, honestly, it made me think I would run through a brick wall for this guy simply because he cared about his people and he cared about his culture. So again, if you are a leader and if you care about your people, hopefully your leadership light will come on and you will treat people fairly in lieu of everything that is going on.